Dear friends, welcome to a personalized episode of Enlighten. Today, we delve into the evolution from RNNs and LSTMs to transformers in NLP, explore the true essence of effective networking for professional growth, and uncover what sets the most innovative companies apart based on a global survey. Join us as we unravel these insights to inform and inspire your journey. What sparked the paradigm shift from recurrent neural networks, RNNs and long short-term memory, LSTM networks to transformers in the field of natural language processing, NLP, and sequence modeling? This question takes us on an exploratory journey into the evolution of machine learning models that have fundamentally changed how computers understand and generate human language. Recurrent neural networks, or RNNs, were once the cornerstone of sequence modeling. They are designed to handle sequential data, such as sentences, by processing one input at a time and retaining information from previous inputs through a hidden state. This mechanism allowed RNNs to capture short-term dependencies in sequences. However, RNNs encountered a significant challenge: the vanishing gradient problem. This issue meant that the influence of earlier inputs diminished exponentially as the sequence progressed, making it difficult for RNNs to capture long-term dependencies in data. To address this limitation, long short-term memory networks, or LSTMs, were introduced. LSTMs are a special kind of RNN that use memory cells and gates to selectively store and retrieve information over long sequences. This architecture made LSTMs more effective for tasks that required understanding long-term dependencies, such as machine translation and text summarization. Despite the advancements brought by LSTMs, the field of NLP and sequence modeling witnessed another revolutionary change with the introduction of the transformer architecture in 2017. Unlike RNNs and LSTMs, transformers do not operate sequentially. Instead, they process data in parallel using a mechanism called self-attention. This approach allows transformers to weigh the importance of different input tokens when making predictions, enabling them to capture long-range dependencies efficiently without the need for sequential processing. The transformer architecture has led to the development of groundbreaking models such as BERT, bidirectional encoder representations from transformers, and GPT, Generative Pre-trained Transformer. These models have set new benchmarks in a wide range of NLP tasks by leveraging large-scale pre-training and transfer learning. The success of transformers can be attributed to their parallel processing capability, which not only captures long-range dependencies more effectively, but also improves hardware utilization, making training faster and more efficient. Comparing RNNs and transformers reveals several key differences. Firstly, the architecture of RNNs is sequential, relying on an internal hidden state that is updated at each step. This sequential processing makes RNNs suitable for modeling temporal dependencies, but limits their ability to handle long sequences due to the risk of vanishing or exploding gradients. On the other hand, transformers are non-sequential models that rely on self-attention mechanisms, enabling them to handle both short and long sequences efficiently. Secondly, the size of the model and training efficiency vary significantly between RNNs and transformers. RNNs have a more compact structure, but their sequential nature makes parallelization challenging, resulting in slower training times. In contrast, transformers have a larger number of parameters due to their parallelizable design, which allows for faster training and the use of larger batch sizes. Lastly, the interpretability of these models differs. RNNs have a clear temporal flow, making it easier to understand how information flows through the sequence. Transformers, while potentially more challenging to interpret, offer techniques like attention visualization to provide insights into the model's focus. In conclusion, while RNNs and LSTMs were pivotal in advancing NLP and sequence modeling, the introduction of transformers has led to a paradigm shift, offering a more efficient and effective approach to handling sequential tasks. The choice between RNN, LSTM, and transformer models depends on the specific requirements of the task at hand, balancing efficiency, accuracy, and interpretability. As we continue to push the boundaries of what machines can understand and generate in terms of human language, the evolution from RNNs to transformers will be remembered as a significant milestone in the field of AI. And now, pivot our discussion towards learn entrepreneurship. Why do so many of us have a disdain for networking? It's a question that might seem straightforward at first glance. But as we delve deeper, we uncover layers of complexity that reveal much about our social interactions and professional dynamics. Today, we're going to explore this aversion to networking, and more importantly, how we can transform it into something productive and enjoyable. In a recent executive leadership program discussion, the topic of networking emerged as a pivotal aspect of becoming a more effective leader. The consensus? Networking often feels like a chore, a necessary evil in the professional world. This sentiment is not uncommon. Many describe networking as feeling uncomfortable or even dirty, as if the act of connecting with others for professional gain is inherently insincere. Interestingly, a few outliers in the group viewed networking in a positive light, seeing it as an opportunity for fun and connection rather than a burdensome task. This discrepancy made me reflect on my own struggles with networking, which I initially attributed to my introversion. However, the real issue seemed to be the perception of networking as a one-sided affair, where the goal was to amass contacts for future personal gain. This approach felt disingenuous and was at odds with my values. The revelation came when I shifted my perspective on networking from a one-way street to a two-way exchange. Networking isn't just about what you can extract from your contacts, it's equally about what you can offer them. This mindset change transforms networking from a transactional activity into a mutually beneficial relationship. But what does a meaningful network look like? During the program, we examined our networks, realizing that the number of connections on platforms like LinkedIn does not equate to a true network. Instead, a genuine network is built on meaningful relationships characterized by frequent interactions. These interactions are the foundation of a network where quality trumps quantity. Furthermore, we discussed the purpose of having a network. Beyond the conventional view that a network can unlock career opportunities, we recognize the value in connecting with diverse individuals who can broaden our perspectives and worldview. This diversity not only enriches our understanding, but also increases our exposure to opportunities, making us luckier in the professional sphere. The discussions also touched on several insights and strategies for effective networking. 1. It's about access, not numbers. Having a small but highly connected and accessible network is more valuable than a vast but superficial one. 2. Intentionality is crucial. Building and expanding a network requires deliberate effort and strategy. 3. Mastering the cold call or introduction is key to adding new, influential people to your network. 4. The principle of giving before asking is vital. Building trust and demonstrating value should precede any requests for assistance. 5. Increasing your value as a professional reduces the effort needed to maintain your network. If you're outstanding in your field, the right people will seek you out. 6. Networks require maintenance. The size of your network is limited by the amount of time and energy you can invest in nurturing these relationships. In closing, the essence of networking is not in the sheer number of connections, but in the depth and quality of those relationships. It's about contributing to and benefiting from a community of professionals who support and uplift each other. By reframing our approach to networking, we can transform it from a dreaded task into an enriching, rewarding practice that not only advances our careers but also enhances our lives. Now, moving from individual growth to the broader landscape, let's explore a 2021 study that shows how the world's most innovative companies succeed by mastering multiple strategies at once. What sets the most innovative companies apart from the rest? This is the question we dive into today, inspired by the latest findings of the Product Development and Management Association, PDMA's 2021 Global Survey. With responses from 651 companies across 37 countries, this survey offers unparalleled insights into the practices that drive innovation. Let's begin with an intriguing perspective shared by Max von Zetwitz, a professor at the School of Economics and Business, Kaunas University of Technology, Lithuania, and one of the co-authors of the study. He likens the process of innovation to the act of learning and observing. He argues that ceasing to innovate is akin to aging, a process that, if not managed well, leads to obsolescence. The PDMA's survey, now in its 5th edition, is the most global yet, with a significant focus on European and UK companies. It aims to identify what makes a company the best in terms of innovation. According to the criteria established back in 1997, the best companies are those that not only hit their financial and product development targets, but are also competitive and meet or exceed their own expectations. One of the key takeaways from the survey is the emphasis on evolving new product development capabilities. This is crucial for companies wishing to remain competitive as circumstances and environments change. Interestingly, the survey, conducted during the pandemic, revealed that the best companies continued to invest in new product development, unlike their counterparts who adopted a more defensive stance. So what differentiates the best from the rest? The survey findings indicate that there isn't a single practice that sets them apart. Instead, it's their ability to manage various aspects well simultaneously. Notably, the best companies develop new products significantly faster than others. This isn't merely a skill, but a result of effective management of diverse practices. A closer look at the practices employed by the best companies reveals a focus on radical versus incremental innovation. Companies that dedicate a significant portion of their projects to radical innovations tend to be among the best. Moreover, these companies are more inclined to enter new markets, apply new technologies, take more risks, and adopt long-term strategies. Now let's understand the distinction between radical and incremental innovation with some examples. Incremental innovation involves minor improvements from the customer's point of view, like moving from one smartphone model to the next. In contrast, radical innovation represents a fundamental change in how a product interacts with its customers. For instance, the transition from traditional cell phones to smartphones, or the introduction of a groundbreaking medical therapy. In a free market, the drive to innovate stems from a desire to remain competitive. Companies must adapt to constant changes to avoid becoming complacent. An example of this adaptability is how companies have responded to climate change and the COVID-19 pandemic, showcasing their ability to react quickly to urgent changes. In conclusion, innovation is not just about coming up with new ideas, it's about how these ideas are managed and implemented. The best companies understand that innovation requires a multifaceted approach, including a focus on radical innovation, risk-taking, and long-term strategies. As the world continues to evolve, so must the strategies companies employ to stay ahead in the game of innovation. Thanks for tuning in to today's episode of Innovation Pulse. If you enjoyed our insights and are eager to learn more, the EnlightMe app is just a tap away. Expand your knowledge with personalized content on over 20 diverse topics, from crypto to health and beyond, all curated to fit your interests. Download the EnlightMe app now at the Apple Store or Google Play, or visit the enlightme.ai website. Stay curious, stay enlightened.